Hello everybody and welcome back to some Dominions 5. This is turn 44, I believe, in the late fall, year 3 of the Ascension Wars. So I've actually already recorded this episode a few weeks ago, and I deleted it in an accident. So I have no idea what's going on in this turn specifically. I'm a few turns ahead. But we have to re-record it, and well, we just go through it, I suppose, and then find out what this turn was all about. This is a turn where we receive a messenger from Shenton. It says, then I will take 78, 91, and 98. The terms of the ceasefire will be completed. Right, this is the turn where he thinks we have a ceasefire. I believe this is not the turn where I attack him, sorry. We will be attacking him after this turn, because I remember this. The ceasefire that we wrote to him the turn before, we told him that we did not want to reset borders, and that's what he thinks is going on. And he tried to take some territories back. That was not part of the deal that I told him, so I'm just going to do diplomacy first this time around. We have a message to Shenton. Yes, dear Tentacle Menace, you seem to have misunderstood our last communication. Our terms for the ceasefire included Friwald keeping the acquired territories. We are aware that you might not consider that fair terms, and you have chosen to break these terms unknowingly or otherwise. Now that you have encountered our secret weapons and have suffered righteous fury, you may understand why we feel we have this bargaining power. We clearly will not come to terms, and so there's only one thing left to say. The philosopher of Friwald have a saying, never leave a friend behind to be trampled by a giant horde of tentacle monsters, which is ironically exactly what Atinium is doing to me. But Bob's iron fist is closing around this world. There will be no further peaceful talks. There can be only war. Yours, the Bobineers. Atinium has left me behind. Poor old me. We have a message going out to Haraspad. Our spies report that you are turning the war around, thanks to Friwald's support, no doubt. Anyway, we are in the market to buy a bloodstone. Would you be willing to sell? We can pay in gold, gems, or items. And to Atinium, we are writing, the philosophers of Friwald have a saying, never bring humans on a stealth mission. They step on twigs and stuff. Several treasures were found in Friwald's dominion this month, and so we feel generous and find attached a sum of gold to support your war. I regret this message. Oh well. And we should have done the battles first, because this isn't related to one of the battles that is this turn. Let's go back to the battles then, and have a look at it. We are doing some research. We have contacted hill giants, 2 of them. That's a mistake. I think we correct that. And Bob has cast Twiceborn, and I hope that will work. Right, there's also 2 dire portents, and this is Sistbo Dobernan, Master of Fires, and the Earth, the Divine Architect, Prince of the Hunt. This is Avas casting, is the name of the spell here? Eternal Pyre, I think, is the thing. And it will produce, I think, 20 fire gems for him every turn, which is crazy. Then we have another dire portent here, which is Atinium casting a global spell that gives supernatural health and stamina to every one of his units, which is amazing. I have never even seen that spell in effect. And we have some more summons. No magic sites were found. And then the battles. There was a battle in Quantum. Let's have a look at it. Which one is this? This is Quantum attacking out, and we only left a small force. I believe the priest will run away. I think you've already seen this army in one of the previous episodes. No, this is the one where we see it for the first time, since Atinium fought him. And he has basically the same things. A lot of these ants, they're worth 1 nature gem per unit. They summon 5 for 5 nature gems, I believe. I believe that's how it is. The green lions, I haven't actually looked those up yet, but they are, you saw them earlier, they are really, really dangerous. They spew this vitriol gas breath thing, and that is crazy. And then he has a bunch of these spell singers, which do not have the spell singing trait, ironically. I'm not sure Why they didn't get that in the nation gen, but it is what it is. They can do all sorts of different things. For some reason, this one is an added researcher. I guess they get different stats. And then we have a little bit of a Bone Fiend guard in the back. So this was just to have a token force in the territory to hold it down in case it didn't attack. Our priest will flee, and then the one buried initiate without anything will stand his ground and try to kill some stuff, just to see if they have the tools to overcome him. But these guys, they do poison, and he's not immune to that, so they will poison him. But before that happens, a whole lot of fire lands on and around him. And so we see that a Quantum will take a little bit of friendly fire, actually, for this. So in the end, this cost him 5 nature gems. I don't think he spent more gems than that, but 5 nature gems to 1 buried initiate, which is 80 gold, and then these are worth nothing. So it's like 100 gold to 5 nature gems. So it's actually a decent train for maybe keeping the province. And we get to see his army. Then there was a battle in the Gold Coast between Rasbad and Avas. This is the demon force of Rasbad with his sacred units here that are shock and fire resistance. They have firepower and chaos power. They are just bonkers. Versus a fairly decent sized Avasian army that is somewhat guarded against, not very well guarded against flyers. They can land out here, here and still get hits in. But they don't, apparently. I'm actually amazed. Ah, here comes the rest of them. Okay, I thought something was missing. Yeah. And they, most importantly, they surround the leadership in here. And they'll be cutting down secrets, mages, and everything alike. Meanwhile, there's a huge skelet spam going on in the front line. So even if they were able to cut through the flyers, which they don't really get to do, they will lose to the skelet spam. But they end up cutting the whole thing down, and I don't believe anything gets away. No. So another big victory for Rasbad over Avas. They do lose 22 devils, and devils are expensive. And then destroyers of flame. Unless they have that thing that spawns them for free, they might have that. That's something we should maybe forge as well. I have thought about it. In Photothras, this is Shenton attacking us. And we put in 2 of our righteous Angel of Furies. I think we only have 2 at this stage. So this is it. And then we have some province defense and these 3 guys. But they land in the back. And I think actually in this case here, it's very important that we have some other units in the fight. Because if everything here would have concentrated on these 2 guys, I don't think they would have won. Spoilers. But they will, because we have the little province defense corps up there to take up the time of most of the army, they get to sit here at the back and just do their thing, murder. They are being spammed with paralyzed, I suppose. Aha, that's what that is. And paralyzed here, and it's not really getting to them. They both have magic resistance. He's 23 and 23, so it's not really affecting them. And they're just going to cut things down. And yeah. These guys also, some of them I think have a magic weapon too that can paralyze at a distance. This mesmerized from this one here. But again, magic resistance negates. Meanwhile, the core will lose. But by the time that happens, our Angels of Fury will have cut down the mages. And then everything flees. And they get some free kills in. And if we look in Photo Thras, we lose everything that wasn't Angels of Fury. Actually, the captain gets away, that's good. And they get 72 kills, and they kill this small army here. So a good first. This is our first real victory over Shanton, I believe. At least that's how I remember it. There was a battle in Bolfaken. This is just us checking with the scout. There's not anything in there. And then we have a battle in Nern. This is his thuggy white shaman coming in against what I would hoped to be a counter force. And I believe we'll see. So he's casting the Soul Vortex and I think Invulnerability and then running forward. Our guys are scripted to advance and cast spells, so they run forward and they cast Frighten, and for some reason that works on him. He's not mindless or anything, and he fails his morale check and starts to run. There's no way we can kill him while he's running away, so he gets away, but we didn't lose the territory to the Thug. That's nice. And there was battle in Numikria. This is our deer squad moving forward. They're just going to take out... Oh no, this is the sneaky army that was supposed to sneak through Atinium territory. But then, I don't know if I showed that in the episode or I did it after, but I reorganized some troops and added in... I guess they must have been in another squad, and then I moved them to the squad, because they get more leadership under a captain, which is good. But this was supposed to be a sneaky force, and they don't have stealth. So they are not stealthing, they are instead attacking into Atinium territory, who's my friend. And I wrote to him on Discord saying, sorry, I took a territory from you this turn. And that's why I'm sending that message. We're sending gold to him. But he's gonna stale for a little while after these turns. So I don't hope this is the reason why he started staling. That would be unfortunate. I really did not mean to attack my friend here. Then there was a battle in Farron Mountains. This is again Rosbart attacking just with normal flying infantry now, but there's not really anything to stop him, so he will win. We have some unexpected events. We gain a Skull Talisman and some treasure. We get a lot of more treasure and a free armor of knights, which is really good. Lots of gems too, and a free boost of population in Lake Seaweed, which is not this territory, it was this territory. So that's nice, gets more income to us. We have a lot of patrols, and then a new famous hero. Stories of Sariel has resulted in him becoming Heroic Endurance. So he's now in the Hall of Fame. And this is the second guy we summoned. The first one, Shimael, has not achieved the same level. For some reason he got 43 kills, while the other one only got 30. So she must be close to a Hall of Fame position as well. But Sariel actually rose directly to spot 5 on the Hall of Fame, which is really cool. This is the second month we have him. There's another Angel of Fury in, and we're casting a new one. Let's cover all the things. We see Shanton's army is here still. We wonder what they're doing. We don't see any sign of Atinium's army. But they are staling again in this turn, I believe. I think this is the turn where they started staling. And they just never really come back from that. In the Quantum War, we saw him attack out here. So this is, we're gathering everything we have in this area, in this territory here. Sort of daring him to, if he controls this territory again. And he can do different things with it. He can attack out and raid every territory around him. I have armies in most of them. Or he can bunch up the whole thing and move out and take one territory. And then we are hoping we catch him in here. If he goes to some other territory around, we will then attack into Quantum, which he doesn't want, I think. So most likely he will just sit and do nothing, is my prediction here. Well, it's not a prediction because I know what happens, but that's what I was thinking in the turn, I suppose. I think Imburger is moving to Black Harbor to collect this bow here. Oh, I sent in this turn without giving these to commanders so they can research better. That's my bad. Okay. We're entering site here and site searching. We're still working on the Dom kill thing around him here, so preaching in every territory around him. And we'll be moving in a small raiding force just to check whether or not he puts up a proper province defense and what we have to deal with. We are attacking Shenton here with this army, the non-sneaking army. But like I said, we have sent gold and to Atinium to compensate for the loss here. He lost 49 gold and nothing. And we are sending him 150, so more than enough to compensate. Unfortunately, they will not use it. Our Angels of Fury are all moving up to attack the heroes that attacked us earlier up here. And we're moving in 2 commanders to pick up items after they finish off the heroes. These guys don't have boot slots, but we have 1 boot slot available on this hero, so we can pick up boots as well. And a little bit of chaff, or just not chaff, but units that can actually stand their ground. And when everything is on attack flyers, to get rid of that commander that has flying. That's Quantum done, I suppose, and yeah, we're moving everything to 1, gathering the army in here, so if we have to fight him, we will fight him as a stack and hope to win. Yeah. Then, let's see, in the water, we are gonna raid out of the water into Shenton's territory here. We're basically attacking him a whole lot this turn. We're attacking in here with just a small raiding stack. We're attacking in here with a small raiding stack. We're attacking here with this amphibious raiding stack. We're attacking back here behind enemy lines with 2 small raiding stacks onto nothing. And then we are attacking all along the front here with different sized raiding stacks. This is a rather bigger one with some trolls and Citronophoros here. We are attacking Garillion here. This one I tried a new strategy of just going in with 2 buried initiates. Then we have Aripert up front here casting a Morse of the Earth, which you will get to see how that goes in the next episode. But this is a big area damage spell, and I'm hoping that this will give him some good damage, and maybe we can win the fight here, but then by sending in 2 buried initiates. This guy is on attack and events and spells. In here, mage raiding stack, which will spam out different types of skeletons and spells. Swarm, all the things. This guy is moving up here to search, while we are forging some owl quills, just spending our air gems a little bit here. We're using this as a battle mage, just to have some lightning mixed in. We're forging a demon bane here, forging boots of quickness here. We are forging, let's see, in the capital, we are casting Contact Lamia Queen, right. So I noticed that we can cast this Contact Lamia Queen, which is a nature spell costing 25 gems. Summons a mage who's a level 2 death mage, but has two chances of getting death. One of them only being at 10%, so it's like 2.5% chance to get the level 4 death Lamia. But if that happens, then we don't have to empower Bob in death in order to go to the Well of Misery, which we're still going for that, and I would empower Bob if necessary. But we're trying with the Contact Lamia here, and it doesn't spend death gems, spends our nature gems. So we're forging a dragon helmet here, Sanguine Dowsing Rod, so we can do more blood hunting. I think I have queued up blood magic to level 7, so we can start doing vampires late game as well. And then research all the way in here. We're doing Contact Hill Giant. We're forging an Armor of Knights here. Giving some items to these guys as well. I've started using gems a lot on the mages, which is necessary. We are recruiting a leader in here. Yeah, this is the turn where he starts recruiting, and he will be building a fort in here. So we're getting up a new fort again. We should get this upgraded, and this really, Anyway, for recruitment, we are doing a bird initiate here. Bird father, bird initiate, bird consort, and a bird initiate. At some point soon, I will start switching into bird consorts in more territories. They are definitely the superior mages, and we have a lot of the bird initiates around, which I'm really happy about. They are good mini thugs, they just cost gold, so it's pretty good. Yeah, they're working out nicely for us. Searching in the water, searching on land, preaching everywhere. I think we've covered all of it already. This attack up here is the most interesting for the turn, of course. These, we'll see how the angels hold on to some really good heroes. The army, the war of Ras and Haraspat is still interesting. It looks right now like Haraspat will be expanding a bit, but really right now he's just reclaiming territories. Remember that he owned basically all of this. Maybe I'm misremembering a bit, but like a good chunk here, and I think more up here. And I don't know if we've seen it here, but we definitely, there is another Avas army in this area. And now he's aware of the threats down here, so he might be doing some stuff. Anything else? Interesting. Okay. But yeah, we have Shansen's forces in here. Maybe I shouldn't talk too much about what's going on here. It's a little bit weird being so many turns ahead and then try not to spoil anything for you guys. So I'll leave it at that. Wish me luck for this fight in here. And well, we're attacking Shanton in a whole lot of places. We'll see how that goes. See you next episode, which will be back in the old timeline of Keejchen not knowing what's going on. See you then. Bye-bye.